All right, we have a very special treat for you today. Now, when I tell you I'm so in love with this sister, she traveled from Cleveland to be here today with us to share her art. And she is a very special young lady. I want to tell you a little bit about her. Mrs. Alicia Maldonado is the author of the controversial poetry series called The Ugli Fruit. She uses her poetry as a platform to spread awareness, truth, and uplift the people. Originally from Port Chester, New York, she moved to Cleveland to become a real estate investor. She is the co-founder of New Ohio Real Estate. Being an investor, she gave her the ability to focus on her main passion, writing. She is the founder of the uglifruit.com, and that's spelled TheUGLIFruit.com. Her ultimate goal is to push people towards living a righteous lifestyle to unite the people through her words. Hear ye her. I'm going to leave that there on the floor right there and let her do her thing. Miss Alicia Maldonado.
Peace and blessings, everyone. I'm so honored to be here today with you all. Thank you, Chris, for that wonderful introduction. Like Dr. Umar David Banner, I am dedicating my life to empowering you all. I'm going to be reading a couple of poems from the series Ugli Fruit today. The first piece is entitled The Hypocrisy. I wrote this poem to shine the light on how politicians pick and choose what we should care about, neglecting the real issues that are hurting our communities. The hypocrisy. Hashtag activists, you voted so you must count. So blasphemous, hypocritical, choosing what to care about. Your precious energy is such a waste because the only direction it goes in is the direction they tell you to face. Everything in the peripheral you don't even acknowledge. Fall in line, go to school, graduate, go to college. Get a job with benefits, 401k, some sick care, where the only ones who benefit is the system not interested in your welfare. Talk about dead-end job when the whole system is dead-end, and when everyone is plugged in, you feel like you don't even have a friend. Everyone is so aware but so blind at the same time, it's like a smart dummy who limits themselves to access of their mind. What's the purpose of the mind if you're not using it, learning something new? It's a waste that 5 years have passed and you still the same you. You pro-choice on abortion because it's her body to choose, sacrificing babies to Satan, free fetal cells from misuse. Sex trafficking occurring daily, not one protest for them, women, men, and children missing. If our country is so secure, then why is this happening? Families that will never see them again because they're exploited for profits. Who's committing these sins? It wouldn't exist if there wasn't a market. Really think it's a billion-dollar industry. Someone's paying for stolen goods, knowing the goods are there against their will being used for evil deeds. Evil breeds of men in the time that we are living in, seeking to convert the world to their levels, to their devils. We are at war with other countries living under the oppression of the 1%. While no one is upset with who put us in this predicament. When Bob said he shot the sheriff but not the deputy, he went directly to the chief to bring the system at its knees. You can attack the pawns, but they not on the front line because they want to be. Until you attack the king, there ain't no real victories. Other countries not poisoning your skies, your water and food supplies. They're not feeding you garbage, using you as shooting targets. They're not weakening your immune system, causing separation of families, so successful with their brainwashing, serving up negativity. Who is doing this to you? You obviously don't know your enemy. It's not the Muslims, the Christians, the Jehovah's Witness. It's the Satanist who thinks your life is meaningless. So many issues they omit that's so important. When you own the media, you can manipulate the sheep to follow. Just keep feeding them the lies until they eventually swallow. Save your energy. Starve the system that pretends to be your friend that seeks comfort in your destruction. Remember, nothing is what it seems. Don't be distracted by the pinstripe. We got issues no one's discussing. Take the red pill, open your eyes. Thank you. Woo! Well, as I stated before, they push agendas that they carry out every day, teaching us to be godly, teaching us to be godless, teaching us to hate ourselves. We have these celebrities like Nicki Minaj, who sell us a European standard of beauty, teaching our young women that they're not good enough. I wrote this poem, Letter to the Sellout Celebrities, to highlight these issues. Nicki Minaj isn't the only one. We see Little Kim recently who's destroyed her melanin.
Yeah.
Okay? Letter to the Sellout Celebrity. Cover girl. Nah. You're like a European woman with a painted face. Everything about you screams, I'm out of place. Black girl lost trying to keep up with Babylon's pace. Culture holocaust because her history's been erased. Maybelline? Nah. Your natural hair you don't want to embrace. Straighten it till it burns off chemical waste. Lightening the skin to get closer to society's taste. That so-called about it lifestyle, you keep trying to chase. And now you want to be a Barbie doll? Nah. Idolizing plastic, brainwash yourself hate. Now we're going from people to surrogates. Avatars to transcendence, artificially fake. How you find us non-living being you trying to imitate? Black woman made fun of Rachel because of what she's trying to do. She tried to change her hair, her wear, her hue. You laugh, but you wouldn't have if you had a clue, because that's exactly how the world views you. Woo! Now I want you guys to think when I read this next poem. It's entitled Lion of Judah. What I want you to think about is why someone would go to the extent to use all their energy into bringing our communities down. If you had no power, if you were worthless, they wouldn't take their time doing this. Please listen closely to the words, Lion of Judah. The revolution won't be televised. That's because the media's been compromised. Stop looking at history through their eyes. If the winners write history, why would they teach you things that empower you? Like Mansa Musa. Nah, they want to teach about the cowardly. Like when you were a slave, a so-called savage, they'll say they found you in a cave and you were speaking baggage. They're so arrogant, they'll put the truth in plain sight. They're certain you'll overlook it and won't put up a fight. Maybe they're right. We become so passive. We've lost the desire to move past this. Slave mentality held captive, limiting ourselves inactive, push the insanity straight-jacket. So much potential, you have it. DNA of the gods hidden inside, give a sleeping giant the reason they lie. They scared they can't compete with the awaken you, so fearful you might claim their birthright, true Jew. Babylon is falling, his children he's calling, you better take heed when you hear his voice, you better fear. Because if you're not striving to be godly, your end is near. Kingdom come, Ezekiel, I see a will, Sirius awaken El, you are the man of steel.
Woo!
So this last poem I'm going to do for you guys is entitled Black. It was inspired when I was rewatching the film Malcolm X. Many of you who've seen the film know there's a part in the movie where he's in prison and he opens the dictionary and he reads the definition of the word black. Everything associated with the word was so negative, it almost equaled death. Then he goes and he reads the definition of the word white. Everything was pure and good. As a black woman with a beautiful black family and a generation to uplift, I took it upon myself to rewrite the definition of this word. I understand how the subconscious mind works. If everything black is negative and if you call yourself black, you will never amount to anything. Black. Put a heart over these words and utter them again and again. Black is beautiful, abound, it is worthy, profound. Black is beautiful skin. Get a pen or pencil. We're rewriting the meaning of the word. Erase every definition in your mind or any ones you've heard. The ones in the dictionary don't do dignity to the power of what black is in history. Black like the pupils in our eyes that allow us to see the beauty of everyday life. Black the spectrum from which all color derives. Black like a seed that gives life to a fruit-bearing tree. Black like dark chocolate, full of antioxidants, deliciously sweet. Black like the infinite universe that brings forth creations. Black like 9/10 of the earth's indigenous nations. Black like onyx, the stone that represents protection. Black like that panther that signifies spiritual resurrection. Black like paved roads that take us on journeys to new places. Black like mineral-rich Africa and the original faces. Black that hair you associate with youth. Black like mama's dark matter we all have come through. Black like the oil we use now that came from the dinosaurs. Black like the Million-Man March that unified the Moors. Black like the dots on Lady Luck's red back. Black like the papaya seeds that cleanse the digestive tract. Black like Harlem on a hot summer day. Black like the national anthem sung by Marvin Gaye. Black like Kemet, who we all revere. Black like that divine cat you've been programmed to fear. Black like that car with no limit, when you see it that's wealth. Black like a people with knowledge of self. We will no longer depend on anyone else to define or empower this word in the depths of our subconscious mind. Black is power, it is strength, it is abundant, intelligent. Black is righteous, it is ancient, adapts adversity, it is patient. Black is fertile, it is kind, it is creator, it is divine, it is devoted, it endures, it is healthy, it self-cures. It is stable, it is able, it is good, it is capable, and don't let anyone tell you any different. Let these words seep deep in until they sit and sink in your subconscious mind. Let them flow through your heart until you feel whole. Recite it over and over until it's written on your soul. Black.
Woo!
Check out my website, theuglyfruit.com. That's ugly with the letter I. And before I go, I just want to remind you to support those who support you. A lot of these people take your money and don't put it back into the community, and they sell you out. Okay? I want you to continue to support those like the Dr. Umar Johnson David Banner, who will speak for you because they love you. Thank you again, everybody.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, make some noise! One love, black people. It's good to be home. Philadelphia in the building! One love. Thank you for coming out, brothers and sisters. It's been a long road for me. And many of you respect you, has no need for pity. He said, but most of all, Philly, you remember this? Power, power, power! Because he's nothing without a demand. It never did and it never will. Marcus Garvey was once asked, as I leave you, are you an African or are you a Jamaican? Are you an African or are you a Jamaican? Are you an African or are you a Jamaican? And in response to that, His Excellency, the elected Provisional President of Africa, leader of the largest black organization in world history, the brother who gave us the red, black, and green flag, looked up and said, you asked me, am I African or am I Jamaican? I say to you that I would never, ever, ever give up a continent or an island. I am African. Yesterday, today, and all time, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, do you feel me?
Umar Johnson, everybody! Philly showed up!
I'ma see y'all downstairs for the pictures in the book signing after our good brother is about to come on out. You know what? I might as well do it. Brothers and sisters, he's a Grammy Award-winning artist. Y'all listened to his music for years. He's put millions of artists on the map. He got his new album coming out all the way from Jackson,
Mississippi. Put your hands together for David Banner.
One.